Hi team, Anna here, makeup creator, teacher, and educator specifically for people with hooded eyes, oily and textured skin, as well as 30+ skin. Welcome, welcome. Today, I have too many viral, amazing launches that I need to try out, and I wanted to make like a dedicated video for each of them, but then I was like, well, that is silly. That is really silly. Let's just go ahead and try them on here in one video. We have Rare Beauty Contour, we have NATASHA Denona Blush, we have the Colourpop and New Moon collection, and I'm thinking we're also gonna try out the new Urban Decay Luminizer, whatever that's called. I got it in mail. So without further ado, we're going to try out all of these new launches. It's not going to be like a full face off, but it's going to be just a lot of these really hot products right now that are coming out on the market, and I'm super pumped. So let's dive right in. So let's start with eyes. In terms of the Colourpop collection, I did order the palette, the New Moon Twilight eyeshadow palette. Gorgeous, stunning, beautiful. And I did order one of the lip, what is it, duos? Yeah, lipstick and lip pencil duo. This one is called Bella, Where the Hell Have You Been, Loca? Iconic, if you ask me. I didn't order anything else from the collection. These are the only two items that kind of spoke to me. And I did try, like the first collab with Twilight was super cute as well, but I couldn't purchase it. I was able to get my hands on these before they sold out, which is super amazing. However, the palette came broken. Surprise, it happens sometimes. I don't know why. I don't know why brands don't just pack eyeshadow palettes properly, you know what I mean? The only shade that is broken is this black shade. So I'm gonna show you the palette, then I'll probably get rid of the shade and we'll just like swatch everything without it. I'm not too worried about it just because, you know, black eyeshadow, I can find it anywhere in my collection. I didn't want to send it back and ask for a return because it's just a whole thing. So I realized that I can still use it. It's super cute, and we're just gonna swatch it. Honestly, it was just a little piece that fell down from this shade right here. So I am able to show you this eyeshadow palette right here. The Twilight Saga New Moon eyeshadow palette. It is going to have 15 different shades. We have beautiful mattes, like mustardy shades, brown shades, warm tones, and beautiful shimmers as well. A little bit of green too, a little bit of duochrome action. I love Colourpop eyeshadow formula, and I'm really excited to try this out. So I'm gonna do a little bit of concealer on my lid and then some eyeshadow primer. I think there is no mirror here, but you know, this image is so iconic. I myself am not like the huge Twilight fan, but I mean, I enjoy it. That was kind of the time when I grew up. Like that was the popular thing along with Harry Potter. So I love everything Twilight, but like, you know, I'm not like super crazy about it. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of this concealer. This is just the House Labs concealer, and then some eyeshadow primer because I honestly just cannot skip that step. I have very hooded and oily eyelids, so even if I do a little bit of concealer, it's not gonna work. So I'm gonna do a little bit of this lining eyeshadow primer. I forgot that I wanted to swatch the palette first, you guys. I'm a mess. All right, so while the primer and the concealer are kind of setting, we are just going to go ahead and swatch the shadows. I'm gonna do it column by column. I think that will be easier for me. All right, let's start with the shade Mood Control. It is a really beautiful, impactful shimmer. Then You're Sorta Beautiful, which is going to be a light medium brown matte, and Paper Cut, which is going to be a really beautiful burgundy matte shade. These swatched beautifully so far. I really like the depth that this palette I think can bring. Okay, next three shades we have Marry Me, which is a beautiful brown. Adrenaline. This is more of a glittery shade, and yes, it looks spectacular, but I don't like applying these shades on the eyes because they're just kind of gritty, you know what I mean? And then this iconic name, October, November, December. Come on, that is just amazing. And the shade is really beautiful and swatched really nicely for it being such a deep matte shade. All right, let's get to the next one. Got the Wolf Pack that also seems like a gritty shade, but a little bit less than Adrenaline, and it looks really beautiful. It's more of a cool tone bronzy shade. We have Bloodsuckers, amazing red shade that kind of spoke to me when I saw this palette online. And then Soul Reader, that black eyeshadow that broke but still exists. Honestly, not inspiring, and I don't really care about it. I more so care about like the browns and the shimmers in this palette. I have the black shadows over and over again in my collection. Okay, we got the shade Alice. We got the shade Face Punch, which is a beautiful coppery shade. And then Soulless Monsters is the shade that I was super intrigued by. Yeah, it is so beautiful. Cool tone bronzy. I kind of thought it's gonna lean a little bit green. I don't think it is, but nonetheless, it's really beautiful. We only have 3 more shades, kind of more like mustardy ones, and then another brown. We have Senior Year. Beautiful, vibrant mustard matte. We have Trade Secrets. Same, but like in a shimmer form. Really cute. And then You're Everything. This is another, wow, another deep brown. So here is the color story in its glory. It's giving fall, it's giving moody, it's giving Twilight, New Moon. I love how they created this color story. I feel like it's gorgeous, really, really beautiful. I do think we have quite a bit of like deep brown shades that look kind of similar in the swatches, even though when I look at the palette, it doesn't feel like there's any repetitiveness here. It does look spectacular. So I mean, we'll see what it looks like on the eye. I don't know what to do. I definitely want to try out some shimmers, but not those like gritty ones. You know what I mean? I just don't want any mess on my eyes today. So I don't know what to do. We're just gonna create a beautiful smoky look, just inspired by this amazing color story. So I'm gonna pick up the shade Senior Year, which is a matte mustardy shade, and I'm just gonna start applying it into my crease, kind of like the inner half of the crease. I don't know if I'm gonna go like cool tone or warm tone yet. I feel like a little bit of both, to be honest. I just want to try a lot of these shades because they're all so pretty. This is giving me quite a bit of pigment. I am only picking up a little bit. I don't want to be packing color. I just want a blended look today. Nice mustardy shade. Next up, we're gonna go into shade Marry Me, which is more of a brown tone. It's really interesting. I feel like it's gonna pull really warm on my lid, but let's see. I'm going to apply this one on the outer portion. I don't know, what do you reckon? I feel like it's just like a neutral brown, but sitting next to this yellow tone, it does look pretty similar to it, but it's not. It's definitely more brown. It just pulls warm on my tone, I think. But it is blending beautifully, like no problems at all. And I do love Colourpop eyeshadows. Most of the time, I do not have any issues with them. I know that like with colorful shades or say pastels, I have to do like a little bit of a different technique. But with these, like it's working out pretty nicely. I'm gonna try and find a smaller eyeshadow brush and pick up a deeper tone. Well, actually, let's do warm. Let's go right into the Paper Cut, which is that burgundy shade. It's so pretty. This is really, really powdery though. Like there's a lot of fallout, but that's just how their eyeshadows are. So no surprises there. And I'm gonna apply this on the outer portion. That's like really, really burgundy. I love it. I love shades like this. It's so pretty. I'm going to pop this on the outer portion. Super deep too. I like it. And just make sure that the shades are blended seamlessly. Yeah. Really easy to blend as well. Apply it on the other eye as well. I'm not really sure if I'm like living for the color story that's happening on my eyes right now, but I think that it's all going to come together at the end. I don't know, something tells me. Oh my god, I just put a ton of this eyeshadow on my face. Gorgeous. Okay, you did not see that. Let's make sure that we have eyeshadow right through the center. I'm not adding anything else on this bigger fluffy brush. I'm just blending everything, and then make sure that we have enough depth on the outer corner. Like honestly, I don't even need anything else, but I do want to try one more shade just because this one is so beautiful. The October, November, December. It's like deep brown with purple undertones. I really like it. So I do want to apply just a tiny bit of this on the outer portion. Yeah, it's giving so much depth, like way more than the shade before that. It's really gorgeous. I love palettes like this when we have all of these options. Like if I wanted to do a smoky eye, I could easily achieve that. And then I'm gonna do the shade You're Sort of Beautiful, which is a warmer mid-tone brown. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of this and kind of run above my natural crease to add a little bit more than just that mustard peeking through, you know what I mean? So that we have this as kind of the transition shade. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, and then I'm gonna grab a completely clean brush and just make sure everything is blended nicely. This is really pretty. This was so easy to blend. Wow. I definitely wanna play with the shade Mood Control in my inner portion because it looked so beautiful on the swatch and it feels almost like a creamy shade. I love this formula from Colourpop. So I'm going to press that in the front portion of my lid. Yeah, that is absolutely stunning. This is way more warm and yellow on my lid. Like here it almost feels green or like very, very light. I'm gonna layer it up to get more of that sparkle. That is stunning. I wish I picked up their Super Shock shadows, but honestly, I just don't reach for single shadows in my life, and I have a ton of Super Shocks that are just sitting in the drawer, so I just didn't want to spend money on the things that I'm not going to use. You know what I mean? I just don't do that anymore. That is a gorgeous shade. Wow, gorgeous. I don't know what else to do. Like, I love the shade Wolfpack, but I also love this shade, Soulless Monsters. Let's go for Wolfpack. No, let's go for Soulless Monsters. I changed my mind. Wolfpack is a little bit more gritty, and Soulless Monsters is just so interesting and so deep. So I'm gonna pop this through the center and outer portion and just pray that it's all gonna come together. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of the brighter shade through here because I think I did a little bit too much of that deep shade, but this is a really beautiful shade. Like this shade could be your entire look. Like this all over the lid and you get a beautiful cool tone smoky. I do feel like I applied a little too much through here, so I'm gonna do a little bit of this. Isn't this so pretty? This is so gorgeous. There is warmth, there is cool tones, there is a little bit of fun and color here with the redness and the yellow. I'm so excited. This is exactly the look I envisioned when I picked this palette out. I really, really, really like it. I actually want to apply this eyeliner in my waterline that is not necessarily black or brown. This is dark plum shade. I feel like it really goes well with this October, November, December shade that I put in my outer corner, and this is by Laura Mercier. I'm just experimenting a little bit with this. I mean, it looks kind of brown or black, obviously, but it is a really, really deep plum shade, and I'm just going to pop it all over my waterline. I truly, truly love a smoky lower lash line. I'm going to quickly blend out that pencil so there's no harsh edges, and then pick up that October, November, December deep brown shade on a small brush and just ever so slightly set the lower lash line. We're just gonna have a smoky vibe on the lower. I feel like it's really, really sultry. It just changes the entire look. Like you could go like this and it looks a little bit more light. Obviously it's still like a full glam, but this makes it more of like an evening or event makeup. I really, really like it. And it's just such a stunning shade. Like you don't need much more. Just that one shade is really, really pretty. All right, let's do a bit of a liquid liner. I'm just gonna do a line along my lash line, and I added some inner corner flick just because I really like that look on me. I'm gonna add mascara, lash, finish this other eye, and come show you the result. Honestly, just wow. I absolutely love how the eyeshadows worked out. I did pick up this palette on the Colourpop website for $24 US. I think it's a great value. I think it's also available at Ulta for a little bit less money. I am going to link both options down below because they're still available, which is super exciting. These collabs sell out so fast that makes me mad. So I'm really grateful that Colourpop did this and it's still available. They did, and now has for all of us Twilight lovers. I'm really, really enjoying how beautiful this glam came out. Let's move on to the face. So Urban Decay sent over this beautiful, gorgeous package. Look at that. Face Bond Luminizer. Dripping the light everywhere, every hour for face, body, and eyes. So this isn't that same packaging that their Face Bond foundation was. It looks really beautiful. We have some champagne shades, some pinky shades, some duochrome shades, some bronzy deep shades for every complexion. I really, really love it. So far, like the couple shades are speaking to me. There it is. This is going to be a product that you could use as a highlight, which I was intending to use it that way, but it's kind of interesting in my opinion to try and mix it with foundation, which is not what I regularly do, and it's definitely not targeted towards people with oily skin like me, but I want to try it. I just want to try it. Eyeshadow topper is really interesting as well, mixed with body oil. I can see that. Anyways, I'm thinking we are going to try one or two shades. Wow, they look so light. So this is like the peachy shade in the shade Silver Lake, and this one just really caught my eye. It's so duochromy and it's so beautiful. The shade is Mirror Ball. maybe I could even go for something deeper. I'm not going to though. I'm just going to go ahead and use this luminizer in the shade Silver Lake. It says shake well here. I will. So I'm going to try and mix it in my Anastasia foundation. So I picked out like a full coverage, full glam type of thick product. So this is going to be like a thinner formula if I mix them together, and it's gonna give me that glow. So I skipped my glowy primer today to kind of see if this is going to give me the desired glow without it being looking greasy or feeling like nasty, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and apply pump of foundation here on the back of my hand, and then I'm gonna apply this Urban Decay luminizer. I can't break it. I did not take a picture of that PR package yet. I need to. All right, I don't know how much though. Is that too much? I don't know, we'll see. Now I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up right on the back of my hand. It just honestly looks like a more glowy, illuminated version of this foundation, and I don't know if I like it or not. This is not typically like what I would go for or do, but I got so intrigued about this because I feel like this is the new thing. I think One Size Beauty is also coming out with a foundation thinner glowy product that you supposedly mix in their thick full coverage foundation and it becomes like a thinner, glowier formula. So far it's beautiful. I'm not losing any coverage from the Anastasia foundation, and also I'm not losing any mattifying or blurring effect. Like it's still there. I feel like there's just a little bit of that sheen from the luminizer, but I don't even think that it's that noticeable. Like I think I could have put a little bit more, which is so interesting. I was like so sure that it's not going to be something that I enjoy, but honestly I don't think I mind that. Okay, I've fully blended in the foundation. I don't have the concealer yet. I see some glow peeking through, but honestly it looks natural and pretty. Wait, I kind of liked it this way. That's so interesting. I think I'm also going to try and use this product as a highlight later in the makeup process, but Urban Decay, I'm impressed. That's pretty nice. That's really, really cool. I don't mind it at all. That is so fun. All right, so yeah, there's a ton of different shades. I think I would also want to try the shade PCH, like the pinky one, and that beautiful mirror ball shade that is like that. Where did I put it? This one. It's like insanely pretty. Like on the eyes, so gorgeous. That is such a fun product. Oh my god, Urban Decay, thanks for sending this over. I'm so happy I got it. Anyways, let me put the concealer on and then finally move to the goods, to the most fun and important launches. The concealer is on. We look a little bit pale. Let's add some contour to our complexion because Rare Beauty has come out with a new liquid contour. This is officially called hold on. This is officially called the Soft Pinch Liquid Contour, which is going to be like their Soft Pinch Liquid Blush. This has gotten so much attention recently. I have tried it. I already have a short out and posted on this product. I actually bought it myself, but they sent over a PR package. But I still went for the shade that I bought myself. So they sent me the 3 lightest shades and I went for the third one, Solace, because the first 2, I think I can still pull them off. The first one is super light, cool tone one. The second one is a little bit warmer. So I am light enough at this moment to pull it off, but I wanted to grab something that could work for me year round. And I know if I get a little bit more tan in the summer, the shade Solace will work for me. I think the shade range is pretty nice because it goes really deep. I know some people are complaining about cool tones, warm tones. I don't know. People will always complain. Unless there is 100 shades in every single product, people will always complain. I thought it's good. I thought this is a good neutral shade. Would I sometimes prefer something cooler? Probably. Would I sometimes prefer something warmer? Probably. But this is a nice neutral tone and I went for it and it works for me. So I'm not complaining. One thing I did complain though about is that every single influencer in this picture, all of these amazing models, influencers, people, creators, love them. They're so gorgeous, but all of them have perfect skin. As a person with non-perfect skin, I'm like looking at this and I'm like, girly pop, well, obviously it's gonna look good on you. You have perfect skin. You don't have even like a wrinkle or a pimple. So obviously I wanted to show what this product looks like on textured skin. Plus my skin is oily, so kind of not your perfect skin type. but I love it. It's mine. So let's go ahead and see. This is the Rare Beauty liquid contour in the shade Solace. I'm going to swatch it for you. It has a doe foot applicator. It immediately reminded me of last year's super viral launches, Makeup by Mario, Soft Sculpt Serum, whatever that was called, and Say Du Bronze, because of it being a liquidy product, right? Not a stick, not a thick cream, a liquidy product. Here's the difference. Both Mario and Say, they're different products, but they're very sheer. They kind of reminded me of the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty one. This, even though it feels like it's liquidy and watery, this is not as sheer. And I know on my hand, like it might feel like it could sheer out. This holds way more pigment in my opinion, rather than other liquid contours. So, which is nice. What is nice is that they do tell you that. They just say dot, blend, done. That is kind of their campaign. So you only need 1 dot of this, which is nice again because it aligns with what their blush is, right? We all know how pigmented Rare Beauty blushes are and we love them for it. So I feel like this was a good product for them. But without further ado, let's just apply it on my face. So again, this is the shade Solace, and I did apply a ton of it the first time I applied it, so I'm gonna try and be a little bit more careful. I think I'm gonna do 2 little dots like this. I'm gonna pick up my contour brush. This is by Jane Iredale, and I'll start blending it out. And typically the product immediately disappears with liquid contours, whereas here the pigment is actually stays and it's there, but it still blends out really easily and it's not disturbing any of the layers underneath. Like this is so gorgeous. Now that I've tested this product out and I know how to work with this, it actually looks even better than the first time I applied it because I know not to go overboard with it. I know to kind of do it step by step. I did apply the first time I used it, like it all over like my face, my forehead, my chin. So it was kind of difficult to blend it out. I've heard people say that it doesn't set fast. I feel like it does set a little bit faster than other liquid contours. Same with like that Say Du Bronze and stuff. So I prefer to use this step by step. Like I'm gonna do one cheek first, then I'm gonna do the other cheek, then I'm gonna do my forehead, then after that I'm gonna do my chin and my nose. Like I prefer doing it gradually, just not to mess it up. Like even though maybe like it's not even going to, it applied fine the first time I used it. I still like, for that ease of application and for the most like perfected finish, I prefer doing it this way. Look at how easy, fast, and gorgeous this looks. I haven't been able to put it down. I've only had it for a couple days, but I have been using it all of the time because of how good this formula is, and because I'm honestly like a fan of liquid contours. I do love me a good stick, but there's just something about a liquid contour that can snatch your face. And you can see this shade. It's kind of cool tone, but kind of like on the edge of almost being a bronzer on me personally, because I've seen grayer products. I know it's not very common in America for product contour, even contour, to be cool toned. Like everything is orange here. But I think the brands are getting there. I think it started to get better. Like this product looks so good. So good. I really love it. And look at my base. It's not even powdered, but it looks perfected like already. Shocking, amazing, in love. Let me know what you think about this product. Have you picked this up? I think it's about 28 bucks. I don't want to lie to you. I don't remember what I paid. And my Sephora order, by the way, it's not even here yet. I have no idea what happened to that. I'm so grateful that they sent me my PR. I'm just gonna return my Sephora order, honestly. But yeah, this is a great shade if your skin tone is close to mine. Solace, really beautiful. Such a gorgeous product. I literally cannot. So good. Anyways, let's move on to our cream blush. So we have another new hot launch from one of my favorite brands, NATASHA DENONA. This is just a box. This is called High Blush Cloudy Cream Cheek Duo. In my full face of NATASHA DENONA video, I did not ask for a blush. I feel like we have enough blushes on the market. I really wanted a bronzer or contour from the brand. I hope they're working on something like this. But at the same time, I really love the brand and I would pick up a shade either way. So I ended up picking up the shade Fresh Mauve. I did use my code Anastasia 15 to save some money if you purchase off of their website. So consider doing that if you buy anything from NATASHA DENONA. And this is how it came in. I do absolutely adore the packaging. I feel like it's a really gorgeous, luxurious product. Nice pink shade. I'm sorry that it's gonna look used because it is used. I already did my first impressions and stuff. and used it. I couldn't film a long form video on that day because there was constructions near my building, and there still is. I'm just filming this at night. But because that's why this video is coming out a little bit later than I actually received this product. But yeah, this I bought myself, and this is a cream duo. Now I did not know that. For some reason I thought the highlight part of it is going to be powder. So keep that in mind. This is a cream blush duo. We're going to have a cream blush formula and a cream highlight. Now this shade is a little bit deeper, so the highlight kind of works as a blush topper on me, but nonetheless I'm all about the mauve shade, so I didn't want to pick up like a pink one or a peachy one. I didn't want to go for those shades. Like this one spoke most to me and I really love it. Let me swatch this for you. So I'm just gonna take it right here. Oh, so creamy, so gorgeous. And immediately when I look at that cream blush shade, I know that it's my like typical like go-to blush shade. Like I love it so much. Could go even a little bit more cool tone, but this is the cream blush and this is the highlight topper. I honestly don't like how that swatches, but I mean, it's beautiful. It's duochrome, it's gorgeous. I love how it applies on the cheeks. This is the swatch right here for you. This one is a pricey product. I think it's $42 US without a discount, but you do get two products and it's a luxurious brand. And I'm assuming this was made in Italy. Yes, it was. So if you know, you know. I'm gonna pick up my cream blush brush. I'm actually gonna go for this one. This is by Half Magic Beauty. I really love their cream blush brush. This is so creamy. So this formula is kind of like their cream blush formula that is kind of cloudy and powdery, the finish of it, but at the same time I feel like it's a little bit more creamy, and I feel like it's very pigmented as well. So I'm gonna start applying it above where I applied that contour, and I don't want to overdo it because it's super pigmented, and I'm just going to press that in, and you can see it doesn't look glowy, greasy, or like, you know, like cream blushes do typically, say like the Patrick Ta cream formula. That one immediately will look glowy, and like this, I feel like this sets and creates that like cloudy, blurred, almost powdery finish, even though this is a cream. And that is the thing I noticed with Natasha's blushes, and that's why I love them so much. Also not disturbing any of the layers underneath, and just not emphasizing my texture, which is something I appreciate as a person with skin texture. I really love this blush. Another thing about it is that it is super pigmented, so be careful with it. It does mean that you don't have to go with a powder blush on top, because this is pigmented, and as long as you apply powder, setting spray, yada yada, it is going to be long wear. No product ever is going to be long wear if you just apply some of this on a cheek and go on about your day. You have to set stuff with powder. So that's what kind of my advice for you. But look at how pretty that blended out, how beautiful and natural that looks, and that shade, so dreamy. Like this is exactly what I wanted, and so I'm really happy I picked out this shade. Now, full disclosure, what happened the first time I applied it, I thought that this is a powder. I don't know how I touched it. I thought this was a powder, so I applied this on top of powders, and it was messy. It was messy. This is a cream, so we're gonna go in with this one right away on top and then powder after. Do you know what I mean? Like I did not like what this did on top of a powder, so I don't recommend applying it on top of powders. I'm gonna go with another kind of creamy blush brush, and I'm gonna pick up a little bit of this. And even though typically I don't go for glowy blushes, and I feel like it's just not the best look for me, this looks nice. Some cream blushes just do it right. Some cream highlighters, I mean, they just do it right, and this one did it right. So once I press that in, you can see it kind of adds some glow, and I use it as a blush topper. Obviously, if you pick up other shades that have like a more highlighty shade suitable for your complexion right here, you could go and apply it and use it as a highlight. I just use it as a blush topper, and I love it. I don't mind it at all. I feel like it's very flattering, very pretty. It feels fresh and glowy and nice. There is no like those sparkle particles that are annoying, or like, you know, it just looks really luxurious. So I actually really enjoy this product. Shocking. I like most of Natasha's products, but with creams and highlights and glow, I am very careful just because of the nature of my skin. but this was a win for me. So take a look right there. This is before any powder application. We have the Rare Beauty contour and the NATASHA DENONA blush, looking gorgeous, looking stunning, looking amazing. What can I say? I'm sorry for your wallets. I highly recommend this product. It is gorgeous. All right, let me go ahead and powder, and then I think we're gonna apply some of this as a highlight and do the Bella Where the Hell Have You Been Loca lip combo and finish up this look. Okay, I did use some powder, and I want to mention something really cool. You see that glow still peeking through the powder? That's the NATASHA DENONA blush. I feel like it's really, really gorgeous. And also I feel like with the pigmentation of both the contour and the blush, I don't really need to apply powder bronzer or powder blush, which I usually do, but I feel like these products are super pigmented and this is enough product on my face and I don't need anything else. However, I do want to go in with this Luminizer just to check out what it looks like as a highlight. So I'm gonna go with the same shade, Silver Lake. And I still feel like I could have gotten a deeper shade for myself, but I don't want to open any more shades just because I want to give them away. You know, I don't want to waste other shades. I'm going to do just a drop here on the back of my hand, kind of spread it with my finger, and then use my finger and apply it as a highlight here. It's actually super subtle. It's actually super subtle. That's very nice. Oh, I don't mind this. This is really nice. I'm not going to apply even more, but I could. It's a really nice and subtle highlight. Me like it, yay! Anyways, the base and the eyes are looking so gorgeous. I'm so happy about that. Let's take a look at this iconic lip combo. Twilight, New Moon, Bella, Where the Hell Have You Been Loca lipstick and lip pencil duo. What's his name? Jacob? Jake? I don't know. I just don't remember, honestly. I was never into him. I like the vampire guy. We have the lipstick Power Transfer Proof 8-hour lipstick in the shade Jake, and we have a low biceps lippy pencil that is hilarious. Oh my god, this is what the products are looking like. Or the packaging of collab products from Colourpop is always outstanding. Adore. So they had another lippy combo. I think it was more reddish and something vampire themed. I went for the neutral one. I think that this is definitely a lip liner shade that I could get use out of, and I love Colourpop lip liner formula. And then here's the lipstick. It says New Moon here, Twilight. Ooh, interesting. I don't think I've tried this formula from them. Ooh, that literally looks so good, like such a good combo. So let's go ahead and just apply it on the lips, see what it's giving. I feel like it's gonna look really nice. One thing about Colourpop lippy pencils, they just glide on. Like, you don't need to work hard for this. Oh, it's been a while since I used it. I've missed it. They're so good. This shade reminds me of a combination of two of my favorite Colourpop lip liner shades, which is BFF2 and BFF3. And this is honestly like a lip liner that I would use on a daily. So pretty. Like so pretty, cool toned, not really brown, like fully brown with like a little bit of a mauve vibe. I'm obsessed with this. All right, let's go for this lipstick. I might prefer something lighter on myself, but I feel like this could still be a cute combo. It feels nice, but it doesn't, I feel like it is a little bit too deep for my personal liking, like my personal preference, but nonetheless, this combo looks okay. Like, it looks nice. And also I just like something more hydrating, even though this is not really drying, but you can see all of the lines on my lips because my lips don't have any filler. Oh, now it is drying. That is super drying, you guys. I feel like it's drying because it's not gonna move anywhere. It's like really there on my lips, but let's check. Oh no, it will move somewhere. I don't know. Oh, it feels really drying. I do love the lip liner though. I actually kind of want to add something on top. I'm gonna go with a Rhode treatment in the shade Ribbon, the pinky one, just to brighten things up and hydrate my lips. The lipstick feels so drying. Sorry, Colourpop, but this lipstick is not for me. Much better. The liner, absolutely yes, I love it. The lipstick is just not my journey, that formula. But you guys, here is the final result, what the face is looking like. I already want more blush and more contour, but it's fine. It's fine. This is what happens. I absolutely love this. Well, let me actually get rid of this. I think the eye look turned out super gorgeous. I love the sparkles. I love how smoky it is. I love the warm tones mixed with the cool tones in this palette. If the palette didn't come broken, it would be a 10 out of 10, but because of that, it's 9 out of 10. Come on. Give me a nice box. Like, why wasn't it packaged in a box? I don't know. I don't get it. Anyways, I do absolutely adore the Rare Beauty contour. It blends out so beautifully. The shades are so gorgeous. It's so pigmented, easy to use, and just a really handy dandy product to have. Like, I can see myself traveling with this and just using it all of the time. This is staying in my vanity. Same with the NATASHA Denona blush. I feel like this formula is really, really luxurious and it doesn't feel any greasy. It doesn't leave any greasiness or anything like that. It's just a comfortable, beautiful cream blush formula with some glow as well. Super, super excited to play a little bit more with this because I'm usually like a powder girly, but I've been really into cream formulas, and if the final result can look like this when I apply a little bit of powder, I'm so into that. Talking about the Urban Decay product, I feel like it's really, really cool how you can use it many different ways. I liked mixing it in with foundation. I feel like I could have put even more of this product and the foundation would be thinner and glowier, which I don't mind at all. I'm gonna place some more with this. I liked it as a highlighter as well, but I'm gonna tell you right away, I will probably not use it as a highlight just because of the applicator. I will probably use it as a mixing medium with foundation or all over body glow, just because, you know, for this, to apply this on the higher points of my cheek is just not gonna work. I just prefer something easier to use as a highlight, but I loved this product. Anyways, you guys, let me know what you think about this final look and all of these products. Let me know if you like it or not. I will leave all of the links in the description for you to shop through. If you shop through my links, you really help out my channel quite a bit. Thank you so much for doing that. And I am really happy with how this turned out. Like, come on, that cheek perfection. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.